Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone is doing well. I had just recently shared with you this lovely slim style folio folder with a mini journal, and I had also done a tutorial and for you if you wanted to make one of these, and I will put that video down below in case you've missed the video. But in the inside of the folio I had placed a framed vellum window pocket, which is this one here. So for those that did make the folio and you wanted to make one of these, I'm going to show you how to make one. And it's just a little vellum window, and it's just a perfect little size where you can still see through the back of the pattern paper. And you can make these in any size you like using your scrap vellum pieces as well as your scrap papers. But I'm going to make them in a different size to this one. You will just make it to suit the folio folder to whatever size you like. It'll still be the same way. So this is the one that I made for the folio folder. So it is a tiny little window pocket, and you can place it anywhere you like. So you can place it here if you wanted to. You can also go sideways. So wherever you like. So I'm just going to show you how to put it together, but I'll just show you some of the ones that I've made first, and then I'll go ahead and make a couple for you. So these are the ones that I made using scrapbook papers, and they just turned out really lovely. I just use all different pieces of scrap strips of papers to make the frame, and they are all made with different sizes. So fun and really easy, and you can just make a bunch of these and put them in a box, and then when you're ready to add them to any of your projects, you could have them ready. And these are the ones that I also made. Or before I show you those, I'll just show you some ideas on what you can do with these pockets. So you can add it to another scrap paper or double-sided paper, and you can make a tag. Let's see if I'll just grab this one. You can see if this one will fit. And you can just place it on the front like that. This one doesn't quite fit, but you will cut your back paper to fit it, and then you glue it to the front, and then you've got yourself a pocket, and you can corner around the corners to create a tag shape. Or you could so you'll glue the three sides and you glue it down that way, or you could, so it opens up this way, or you could wrap your pocket around your back paper and just slide them in that way, and then you glue the insides of the flaps to the back, and then you've got a pocket this way, and it's still a nice large opening. You can see you can still fit a few things in there. So that's another way to do that. This is another paper. I'm just going to show you another way you could do. You could add your pocket. You can glue it whichever way you like, front or the back of your back paper. Once you glue that down, you can have the extra piece and you can create a closure. So you've got a closure for your pocket, so nothing will come out, so it looks like a envelope. And you just fold it down to wherever you want to make your fold. Let's say I'll fold it here. And then it will close up the pocket, so nothing will come out. You can punch a hole and add some trim, and then it'll close it up, and it's a nice little way to package some goodies for a gift. So that's another great way to do that. And then this one here, I've made an extra pocket in the front, so you can add some more bits and pieces to the front of your framed vellum pocket. You can then also add that. This one doesn't quite fit, but just want to show you. So you could also do the same and fold it down to wherever you would want to create your closure, and then you've got yourself a closed up pocket on the inside as well as a front pocket in the front. So it's another fun way to do that. What else we could, I had here we go. So I have this long strip of paper. You can pick out your pockets that you have. I think this one, hopefully this one will fit. So that will just perfectly fit in there, and then you've got this closure, so you can create like a booklet, and then have your pocket inside and add your fun stuff inside there. You can then add another pocket if you wanted to on this side. See if I've got another one that'll fit. So that one can fit there. So you've got two of those, and then once that's glued in, you'll have that close up and you've got a booklet with two pockets. You can keep going and add another pocket to the front. So this one here doesn't quite fit because it is sticking up, but you can turn it this way and have it that way and have a side pocket, so you can add some tags to the front and you can embellish the front, you could stamp it, you could you know, add some die cuts and decorate the front of your vellum pocket as well. So that's another fun way you could work with your pocket. So you'll have a side pocket and then you'd have two pockets. It's a great Happy Mail idea. So that's another way you could do that as well. You could add it to the front of an envelope, a coin envelope, anywhere you like. You can even add it to the front of a card and create this for gift cards. So these are the ones that I made, and I'm going to have these also in my store because I've made quite a few of these. And so I've decided to pack a random pack of 4 different sizes with different pattern paper. So you get 4 of these if you would like to purchase these in my store, and it will be packaged in another in a library pocket, which I haven't made yet, but you'll be able to see that in my listing in my Etsy store on how you will receive it if you order it. So get a pack of 4 of these. And then I also made them for junk journaling, or if you are working on your journals. I made them using my digitals, which I still haven't released yet, and I can't wait to share with you my digitals. So you could also use them in your projects. So these are the ones that I made using my digital papers. And then I also made some using book pages, different sizes. And then I also made them by printing my digital prints on some vellum and then using a book page to create the frame. And these gorgeous botanical flowers are from a book that I have with all different botanical flowers, and then I just turn them into digitals for my projects. And so I printed them on some vellum, and so you'll so I've done that. So I'm going to add these into my store for those that are doing journaling or junk journals, and you will get a random pack of 2 different size book page frame window pockets, a random 2 vellum pockets with my digital prints in different sizes, and you will also get one of these vellum windows with the digital print of these botanical flowers, and they're just so pretty flowers as well. So you'll get those. So you'll get 5 in total, and they will be packaged in a plain pocket that I've made as well. And you can have fun with this. You could tea stain it, you can embellish it, you could stamp it, you can add it into your journal. You can fold this in half as well and then add it into a journal, so you'll have 2 pockets. So they will be packaged in one of these pockets that I've made, so they'll keep them all together. And it will be closed up with a doily, and another one of my digitals that I've also printed out. And this is a lovely digital collection that I've made. I love this one. It will be called Whispers of Elegance, so I'm hoping to release it very soon. And so that's how it will be packaged, and then I'll have some crochet string to keep it closed. So that is how it's packaged. So I thought I'd just show you how to do that. And then you can make one of these folio kind of cards, and you can add your pocket to that too. So it's just another way you could do that. So this one doesn't quite fit, but you could add it to the front like that. And if these pockets that if you do purchase from my store and they're a little too wide for your journal pages, you can have it facing this way, and then you might be able to fit it that way. So you can have it on the side and have a side pocket. You can punch a thumb notch to the front to decorate that even more. So just another idea for you. So I'll have these in my shop. So let's go ahead and let's make one of these. So I'm going to make one like the ones that I've just shown you, and then I'll also make one with the extra pocket in case you'd like to make one with the extra pocket. So what you're going to need, you're just going to grab your vellum scrap sizes. So I've got a whole different size vellum papers here. You could also use tracing paper. If you haven't got vellum, you can just use another piece of scrap paper and create this part, but you won't be able to see through it. But you can also just use scrap papers. So I'm going to just grab a piece and let's make a pocket first. I don't know what size this piece is, but I'll get the size for you. And you want to grab some of your scrap pieces of papers. So I've already cut mine down into strips. So what you're going to need to cut your, once you've got your vellum piece, whatever size it is, you want to cut your scrap papers at 1 inch in width, and then the height and the width will determine your pocket. But for the frame, you want to have it cut at 1 inch in width. And just see, where is my trimmer? So let's measure at your vellum piece. So I'm going to have my pocket with this way. So the first thing you want to do is you want to measure the height of your two sides. So this is about 3 1/4 inches. So the height is 3 1/4 inches. So I want to cut two pieces at 3 1/4 inches. Hopefully this is enough to fit two. So I'm just going to use this one. Okay, so I've got these two pieces. So they're going to go there. So it was 1 inch in width and then whatever the height. And in this case, I don't think I have another piece of that one. So I'm just going to use another piece of scrap paper for the bottom. See, this one will fit. Okay, that just fits. So I'm going to do the same. Cut this at 1 inch. So those two are going to go the side there, and this one here is going to go at the bottom. So whatever that width of the pocket, which is 3 1/2 inches. So the width is 3 1/2 inches. You want to add an extra, say, 1/4 inch. And I'll show you the reason why we need to do that. So it's going to have an overhang a little bit. Okay, so there we have your pieces that's going to create the frame. We'll grab these two sides. We're just going to fold them in half. You can use your scoreboard if you want a more nicer fold. Put that to the side. So that one is folded. So those two will go inside like that. They're going to get tucked in there. And then we'll also fold the bottom one in half as well. Okay, so now that's going to go at the bottom. And what we'll do next is we're going to grab this piece here, and we are going to angle cut the back part only up to that score line. And we'll just place that back there just so you know where it belongs. We'll do the same to this side, but this time we'll do the other side and angle cut the back of this side. And that's going to go the back there. And what we'll do, we'll put that down. Let's just glue these two sides first. So to do that, we'll grab this piece. We are going to glue the side that we didn't make those angle cuts. So it's the front part we're going to glue. Place that to the front of your vellum. I'm going to have to trim my vellum down a bit. So that's there, and then this part here we'll do the same and glue to the part that we didn't angle cut. Place that to the front of the other side. So I'm just going to cut off this little piece here, because I really want it to have a nice straight. Hopefully. Okay, looks better now. And then this piece here, so we're going to close this up now. Just close those two sides in. You're going to slide that at the bottom with all the pieces tucked inside the fold. Now you can see how it's overhanging. Just line one side all in place, and then we're going to trim that little piece off now. The reason why I didn't cut it at the same width as the vellum is because it's not going to line up, because these extra pieces that we folded over will give you that extra thickness, and you'll see what I mean once we do the pocket. I'm going to take this out now, and we'll angle cut all four corners just slightly. And then we will slide that back in, and it should all line up nicely on each corner. You can see it lines up nicely. If I had cut the length of the bottom to the exact length of the vellum, it will sort of be off center a little bit, about that much, because of the extra thickness of the paper. So that's why I waited to trim it down. And now we can glue this bottom piece. You just glue the front part. And we'll glue that to the front. If you don't want to angle cut these front pieces and you just want it straight up, you don't have to angle cut that part. But I think with the angle cut, it just makes it look more nicer to the front. Okay, open that up. So now your framed vellum window should look like this once you've adhered all of your papers in place. And that's all there is to that. And then you could create a thumb notch at the top. You can decorate the front and embellish it with all of your die cuts or trims. And so that part's done. And now we'll make another one with a pocket in the front. So let me grab a larger piece. So with this one, I wanted a slightly longer piece, so I've got enough room to create a pocket. Maybe I might use this one. Okay, that's pretty much the same. Let's use this one. So I'll do the same. I'm going to grab two pieces with the same width at 1 inch for the side. Now for the bottom piece, you just decide how deep you'd like your pocket to be. However deep you want your pocket, you add an extra 1/2 inch. And that 1/2 inch is the part that you're going to fold over to the back. So in this case, my depth of my pocket is, it's about, I'm going to say 1.5 inches, just to make it easy. And then I'm going to add an extra 1/2 inch. So let me just see. This is, sorry, it's about 1.25 inches. And I'm going to add an extra 1/2 inch. So I'm going to cut my paper at 1 3/4 for this size. But whatever depth, just add an extra 1/2 inch. So let me find a piece that I can. What do you think of this piece? I'm going to use this piece. So let's cut this 1 3/4. Yeah, that's right. 1 3/4. And then, so I've got to measure the height of this pocket, which goes a little bit out. That's fine. Let's just do this way. Just going to line it up like that. Don't need that. Let's grab this piece. Cut two the same. Once you make one or two of these, it becomes much easier to make. You'll be able to make these in no time. It's just trying to find the right pattern papers that you would like to use for your pockets is where the sometimes can be the hard part. And so this piece is here. So this one just so happens to be enough that I have a little bit overhanging. So you just decide on your width of your pocket and just add that little bit extra. So we'll do the same thing to the side. We'll fold these in half. That's for your sides. So that one's one. That one's going to go in there. And now with this piece, which is going to be my pocket, so I'm going to have it up there. You're just going to fold this bottom piece roughly about 1/2 inch. Sorry, 1/4 inch. Why am I saying 1/2 inch? You just want about 1/4 inch. So same with this piece. You just want to add an extra 1/4 inch, not 1/2 inch. Just enough. I keep saying 1/4 inch. I don't know why I keep saying that. Is it 1/2 inch? 1/2 inch. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter for the bottom. Just enough so you could overlap it. 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. So it's going to go there. All right, so let's angle cut this side. That one's there. Okay, so let's glue down the front. Half an inch. Well, pretty much what you just want to do is for the bottom part, you don't want it showing at the back here. That's what you're trying to do, because otherwise you'll see it. I'll grab this side. And now with this piece, we'll do it exactly the same. We're going to bring this up and get that in place. I'll just trim off that extra piece without trimming the edge of the pocket. And then I'm not going to angle cut the sides here. I'm going to leave it straight, and then you can create a thumb notch if you want, which I might do. I'm just going to use my 1 inch. I've got my 1 inch in front of me, so just do that. Didn't even cut it straight, but okay, so now that's going to go get placed in there. So all I'm going to do here, I am going to just glue the sides, one there and one here. That is all I'm going to add the glue, and then placing that to the front. I should angle cut these. Now, at the moment, it's not really a pocket because if you put something through there, it's going to go through the bottom. This part will hold it in place and create your pocket. Once you've glued that part down to your back of anything, then that will create your pocket. But at the moment, it won't be a pocket as such until you glue that bottom part down. So that is how I've made these using scraps. Once you make a couple of these, it's much quicker than looking at me showing you. For this one here, I will give you the measurements in case you want to make it for your folio. The measurements of that vellum piece is about 2 inches or 5 centimeters in width, and the height is about 2 3/4 of an inch or 7 centimeters. So 2 inches by 2 3/4 inches. So that's the size of this pocket. So I hope this was a fun little project for you, just something for you to play around with if you have some scrap papers and some scrap vellum pieces. Just another idea for you. I think this is a great way to make pockets, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.